Still with me, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor David Bruno. David, not every day you have a murder on video like that, with the prosecution able to break it down, highlight certain portions, and then have the survivors and witnesses there at the scene reinforce what they want this jury to see, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, prosecutors, if they don't have video, then their witnesses are cross-examined vigorously, and there's nothing really to corroborate. And that was the key to the prosecution here. If someone says that a picture's worth 1,000 words, a video's worth 1,000,000, and then you couple that with emotional testimony from these 4 individuals that we just played for our viewers, it is a recipe for proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And I think the only thing left there was whether or not he was acting under a passion that would have negated the purposeful conduct and brought this down to a manslaughter. And the jury was clear, jury was quick, jury was decisive. That was not the case, came back murder.
That's right. Didn't take them long at all, David. I have to ask about the defense. Did not put on a case. They didn't call any witnesses there in that crowd of people that would testify favorably for Michael Mosley.
No, I mean, tough. That is a tough case when you just stand up there and say no case. And you have to stand up in front of the jury and argue that the prosecutor didn't prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. I call that the red, white, and blue defense. And that is basically get that American flag on your back because you're relying on the Constitution, the fact that the burden has the prosecutor has the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, and that the defendant is presumed innocent. And that's about all you have when you don't call a case.
Right. I mean, what do you do with a defense like this? I mean, you want to try to humanize him in some way, right? And you try to cross these witnesses, but the defense really didn't have a lot to work with here. Do you agree?
I agree, because of the video. There's not many facts that were in dispute because of the video. Everything is on video, and like you said, these individuals that were able to testify, they were articulate. And by the way, you just heard it in the last witness that he said that his memory wasn't perfect and that he had gaps filled in by the video. Now, that was the prosecutor's attempt to cushion the blow from the cross-examination that was coming. That, yeah, you didn't get this right. You didn't tell the police this. And typically that's a good cross-examination to impeach a witness with prior inconsistent statements. But the video was there for the fallback. And in fact, they were very candid. The witnesses were candid, and I was surprised about that, in that they used the video to prepare for their testimony. Yeah, so the video was important, the emotional testimony was important, but also the witnesses used the video in preparation for their testimony.
Exactly.
And that's tough when you don't have a case, you don't call the defendant, and you don't have witnesses, and you're just arguing proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yep, hit the nail on the head. Thank you, David Bruno, for those insights. Stick with us because we're going to switch gears a little bit after this break and talk about the New Jersey trial. We've also been airing live here on Court TV today. We're going to have the biggest moments from testimony.